No, back. Focus there. Yay! This would be Monday, September 8th, and we're going to do some fascinating work with grammar. Yay! For now, go ahead and turn to that back page that you just stapled in. For those of you playing the home game, you can get this paper on MrBroviac.com, and you can print it off, and then we're going to staple it to the back of your notebook. We will go through and do this twice real quick, to put it into your brains, and hopefully I'm going to give you guys a chance to get points at the end of class, fingers crossed. If not, then we'll have to wait till tomorrow. Are those for me? You can put them on my desk, I'll take them for you. Dear?
Oh, I actually stapled the test on the back.
So, same thing she did. How silly of you, so we can into the stapler. If you find out that you stapled the wrong piece of paper to your thing, then that's fine, let me know so we can make fun of you. And then you should be good. Alright, so to run through and do this, I'll leave it up behind me once, and then we'll do it without it behind me. So once again, we start off with for.
Similarly, like or as you shall see, but with the metaphor, use them no more. The comparing of two is what you will do.
Alright. Such exciting stuff. Now we'll do it one more time, now that it's not up in front of you, behind me there. And we'll go through it and play the game, same game. We'll see how well you remember it. And we have...
For the simile, like or as, you shall see, but with the metaphor, use them no more. Comparing of two is what you will do.
Wait, how did they know?
They did this thing called paying attention last week when we went over it. I don't know. Now for grammar. Yay! The first thing you'll do is on there it says, what is grammar? Grammar is a way of thinking about language. This is one of those few days where we actually have to do notes. I don't do them very often, so enjoy it while it happens. So this is where you're using a writing utensil, and you are busy writing in at the top where it says, what is grammar? Yes, that is where the knowledge will happen.
I don't
That's
do
right.
that.
If you stapled it in backwards, it's not the end of the world. It just means you have to flip the paper up, and then eventually you'll flip it back down. It won't kill you. If it bothers you, then that's fine, but it's not going to kill you. And so what we're going to do with grammar is take a look at this thing called Magic Lens, which would be a way of having you guys identify all of these different things as we go through. And so we're going to start practicing this week with grammar and seeing how well you can identify your nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, and stuff like that. Mr. Broviac, I've seen all those words before. I'm proud of you. Good job, random kid, talking to me. But we're going to try and make sure by beating it into you over and over and over and over again. There are these different areas. We're not doing all of them because last year I did all of them and it made a kid's brain melt. In the middle of class, and the brain just came out of his ears. It was awful. So we're going to go ahead and make it a little bit easier, and we're just focusing on the parts of speech. We're not going to worry about those until much, much later. Patterns, phrases, clauses, way too much. The parts of speech that we're going to do, nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs, adverbs, conjunctions, prepositions, interjections, that's what we're going to deal with.
Sounds like injections.
For this, you only need to know the two things, the definition and its job. And these are the things that you're going to go through and write down to help you out. Yarp. I said yarp. So for noun, the definition is person, place, or thing. That's what a noun is. It's a person, it's a place, it's a thing. Person, place, thing. Thing that we stapled to the back page of our notebook. Yes. The job, it can either be the subject of a sentence or the object in a sentence. Either the subject or the object. The subject does the action. The object has the adjective done to it. Mr. Broviac smacked Addie. In that case, Mr. Broviac is the subject. Addie would be the object because she is receiving the action of whatever it might be. It's okay, I know the nurse. All right. That's witty. As an example, Mr. Broviac threw. Our noun in this one is Mr. Broviac because that is the subject. Mr. Broviac threw the bear. The bear is an object because it is having an action done to it. Mr. Broviac threw the bear at the student. So Mr. Broviac is the subject, bear is the object, and the student is also the object because I'm throwing the bear at the student. So you have more than one object in your sentence. Those would be our nouns. Whee! Mr. Baker taught the students some crazy brand new math concepts. So Mr. Baker, your noun, your subject. Students is going to be the object because those are nouns. Crazy brand new concepts are going to be a noun, and that would be an object because things are happening to it as being the talking. Katy Perry danced and sang on stage while her backup singers sprayed the audience with cotton candy. Katy Perry is your noun because it's doing the action. Stage, object, backup singers, noun, 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 noun. There's all kinds of crazy, it's crazy with nouns. Pronouns. Nouns that are professional. They have lost their amateur status. They cannot participate in the Olympics. They take the place of a person, a place, or a thing. They replacinate them.
Wait, what about the Olympics?
Because to be able to be in the Olympics, you can't be a professional. It's for amateurs only. And pronouns are professional nouns, so they can't be in the Grammar Olympics. It's called a joke. It also failed epically because the grammar is like a high-level humor joke, and you guys was like, blinky, blinky. Get it? It's a pronoun, professional. Never mind. I have to explain it. It's just...
Amateur. Don't you mean like professionals aren't allowed in the field for the Olympics team?
Sure, that works for you. Pronouns have the same jobs as amateur nouns. Subject and object. And for pronouns, you're limited to only a few that you can use. He, she, him, her, it, they, we, us, you,
Me.
Lee. Me. That would work on my Lee. Don't make fun of Lee. Yes, me would also work. When the chipmunk finishes the race, he will go there tomorrow. So I'm giving you an example. So what is our pronoun in this sentence?
Tomorrow.
All of those are wrong. He. Nicely done. And what is he replacing? The chipmunk. Nicely done. Because apparently it's a male chipmunk. Bumble?
Where will he
That's a good question. Who knows? Chipmunks are crazy. Brovicorns, they are the worst of all magical creatures. What is our pronoun in that one?
They.
They. What is they replacing? Brovicorns. Brovicorns. Flying things. What's a brovicorn? And then you have who is going to eat it? In that case, what is our pronoun in this one? It. What is it replacing?
Who?
I'm guessing food. Hopefully not the chipmunk, because that'd be weird. And then you also have, with whom did you attend the concert?
You.
Nicely done. Who is you replacing?
You. Your name.
Yeah, your name. Not me, because nothing replaces me. And then on there it says, don't forget the rule of M. The rule of M is with who and whom. If you're trying to figure out which one to use, if you would use me or them, you would use who. Did you attend the concert with me? See, so it has me, M, so you use who. And when it says who is going to eat it, you put are you going to eat it? You would not use an M thing. So it's to figure out. If you're unsure, just use whom because you sound fancy and British. That way you could be fancy. Mr. Brovicast, to whom are you speaking? Good job. Just like that. Verbs. Definition. Shows a state of being. For linking verbs at least. shows a state of being. And then that's for like the linking verbs. I would write down those examples: am, is, are, was, were. It'll make your life much easier. Because tomorrow you have to do a sentence, and if you have those written down, you'll look at them. If you haven't figured it out yet, I always let you cheat with your notebook whenever we have quizzes, because as long as you have it written down, it makes cheating much easier. You don't want to be challenged when you cheat. That's the whole point of cheating. Make it easier. Learning. Definition. Show action for action verbs. Here's you have two definitions, one for linking verb, one for action verbs. So being verbs show a state of being. Action verbs show a state of actionating. It's a word. Now. Don't make me actionate you. I've been transitive and intransitive. Go ahead and write it down. We're not going to worry about that right now. It's way too early in the week to hit you with transitive and intransitive. I'd watch a brain just melt. Come out right through your fingers. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a poem together. It'll be all kinds of fun and exciting. Wednesday, your reading log comes due. So you have to bring your reading log on Wednesday so I can check it and give you points. We also have your book report reading work day on Wednesday too. So you have to bring your book report book. You can either read or you can work on cutting out pictures and stuff like that. It's up to you. Yes. Nope, just the first week.
Oh.
Yeah, just running through the first week so far. The job of a verb gives info about what a noun is doing. Basically tells us what the noun does. Mr. Brovicast smacks. Smacks gives you information. Mr. Brovicast smacks slow kids. Slow kids is our object. And Friday of this week is when you're going to want to bring your tech in, whether it be your device or your phone or whatnot. So for the half day, we're going to experiment with a website in particular. We'll try and use it. It should be fun. So I figured, why not? Just for Friday. So here we have Mrs. Randall lost is our verb. What is our verb in that one?
Lost.
Nicely done. Mrs. Randall lost the contest. So this is the difference between transitive and intransitive, whether it crosses over. And then Mrs. Randall lost the contest, the high five competition, when she ninja punched a kid through a wall on accident. On this one, you already identified lost as being our verb. We have a second verb in this one. What is our second verb?
Ninja punch.
Ninja punch. Ninja punch. Mrs. Thorpe is the greatest principal. What is our verb in that one?
Greatest.
No, that'd be is. Greatest is an adjective. Is the verb. The best movie of 1986 was Ferris Bueller's Day Off. What is my verb in that one? Was. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look at it around once in a while, you could miss it. There's like 5 verbs in that one. It's just raining verbs. Oh, verbs all over the place. Without one, not going to get about it. Elderly? No, we're going to skip that one. There's just too many in there. Adjective. The definition describes. It describes or gives you more information about a noun or a pronoun. And here's where most of you have to flip up that paper so you can write on the back side of it. You have to flip and hate your paper. There you go. That's where the flippinating comes in. So it describes a noun or pronoun. Job, which one, what kind of, how many? Which kid is the slow kid? That kid. See, that becomes an adjective. What kind of student annoys you? The slow ones. Oh, slow tells us what kind of. How many slow kids are there? There are several slow kids. Several tells us how many. So it tells us Which one, what kind of, how many. Mr. Baker taught the students some crazy, brand new math concepts. So it gives you some, how many, crazy, what kind, brand new, what kind, math, what kind, concepts. And then Katy Perry, a pop icon, danced and sang on her elaborate stage while her backup singers sprayed the audience with fake cotton candy. So we have a whole bunch in there. Pop describing icon, elaborate describing stage, backup describing singers, fake describing cotton candy, confused describing students. Adverbs! Same thing as adjectives, but they do it for verbs. And adjectives and adverbs. Next to this, off to the side, somewhere in that area, 90% of all adverbs end with the same two letters. Paul.
L-Y.
L-Y. Nicely done. Almost all of them end with L-Y. They can describe a verb, an adjective, or an adverb. If it's a verb, he jumped. No, he quickly jumped. Ooh. If you're describing an adjective, is it blue? It is deep blue. No, that's an adjective. Really deep blue. Ah, so really describing deep. And if you describe an adverb, I smacked the kid. What? No, I barely smacked her. So barely is describing. Job. When, where, how, why, to what extent? When, where, how, why, to what extent? When, where, how, why, to what extent? Where? Let's say, when, yesterday, I smacked a student. Where? I smacked her here. How? Really hard. Yeah, really hard. Is that how? Yeah.
Why? Because she's slow.
Yeah, that's not an adjective though. To what extent? I completely smacked her. That'd be to what extent. Why? I can't think of one off the top of my head.
She's barely.
Adverbs. Mr. Baker taught the students some crazy brand new math concepts yesterday. What's our adverb in this one?
Yesterday.
Yesterday! No L-Y. It's the tricky one. In episode 2, Yoda crazily flipped around Count Dooku while swinging his brightly colored lightsaber. L-Y.
Crazily and brightly.
L-Y. Nicely done.
Why is it?
Conjunction. They connect, just like the song says.
I know that song.
To drive kids nuts with crazy singing. Job. Coordinating, connect like items. Subordinating, connect unlike items. And we'll get to fanboys. I know you're excited. I'm a fan of boys too. Shh, it's okay. It's not creepy.
Wait, so on this, like, after write coordinating, then slash, then line, write, connect, like, item.
Yes. So you do the, where it says conjunctions, you have coordinating, connect like items, and go down underneath fanboys, subordinating, connect unlike items. The fanboys, or so you can remember what the coordinating ones are. For and nor, but, or, yes, so. Fanboys. See? F-A-N-B-O-Y-S. So you can just look up there and go, oh, fanboys. For and nor, but, or, yes, so. Addie.
What was the definition of subcoordinating?
Unlike. Coordinating, like, subordinating, unlike. Once again, writing stuff down. Elderly?
Did you create fanboys?
I wish. I'd be rich. Actually, I wouldn't be rich. You make no money off of that. But still, no, I just found it.
What do you mean? I can't believe like almost no one knows what that means.
Fanboys. Awesome. Prepositions. They show a relationship. Show how things connect together. A lot of you guys had to memorize your prepositions way back when you were in school.
Can I see your family again?
For and nor, but, or yet. So. And all of these notes are on MrBroviac.com, along with the YouTube will be there too. Their job, they give adjective or adverb information. Preposition, phrases, they're just going to give you extra stuff. After I got angry, I smacked the student. It's just giving you more information.
What is it with you?
I like smacking children. Interjections.
I'm not
Have you ever stopped a kid seriously?
Oh, there's the bell. Tomorrow we'll finish our interjections. We did not get to that one, and then we'll get our first examples. And then we're going to start talking about poetry, and it'll be all kinds of learnificating. What day is your reading log due?
Wednesday.
What day do you have to bring your book report book?
Friday.
Wednesday. What day do you have to bring your tech? Friday. How often do you guys seem to fail at this? All the time.